Freedom isn't free, apparently. Not here in Moonshade, and definitely not here in the Mountains of Freedom. Funny, but after the Avatar met with Stefano, the duo ventured forth further into the mining prison in order to find a way out. They fought through a few fellow prisoners who were not at all friendly. Then the Avatar came across a familiar sword that he obtained back in the Forge of Virtue, the Black Sword, with Arcadian the Daemon as its host, currently being wielded by someone else. The Daemon demanded to be free, as the terms of his contract, he says, doesn't extend to another land. Didn't seem like a good idea at the time, so I refused, he seethed, then I moved on. And me and Stefano came into contact with a powerful mage named Lorthondo. Lorthondo was upset for his underling for something. He killed him, then turned him into a skeletal dragon. Seems challenging, but went down pretty anticlimactically. Right after that, I looted his lair, then we came across the two levers that Stefano mentioned. They have to be switched at the exact same time, otherwise the Avatar and Stefano will turn into the two poor souls near said levers. Well, that's if the Avatar didn't have the Hourglass of Fate. Even further in, after fighting an old man, the duo came across a series of tests put up by Lorthondo. A sleeping woman wanted to be guided to a horse, a nightmare, which killed her, which enabled the Avatar to grab a key and some carrots off her corpse. Nearby was a beastly rabbit who wanted some carrots. When the Avatar gave him some carrots, it returned a bouquet of flowers after turning into a woman. The flowers were delivered to a grieving ranger, which allowed the Avatar to switch a broken lever thanks to said ranger. After those tests were done, more prisoners to fight, I raided a couple of automaton shops because their prices are ridiculous and I didn't have any money. Then it was time for the showdown with Lorthondo, who blocked the way to escaping this place. The Avatar and Stefano were completely outmatched against this cruel mage. I suppose in this domain he is absolutely powerful. Arcadian once again spoke out and demanded to be released, and in exchange, will deal with Lorthondo. The Avatar, given no choice at all, agreed, and Lorthondo was blown to smithereens. And surprisingly, Arcadian left the Avatar alive. Where he went, who knows. Maybe the Avatar will meet him again one day in a future Ultima game. Literally, right after Lorthondo, was the portal back to the Mage Clown's palace. Stefano praised the Avatar, and himself, for their bronze and intellect respectively. Then he dropped all the items he was carrying, literally, on top of the Avatar. Then told him his companions will have to help him with all this before quickly leaving. Thanks a lot, Stefano. It took like 10 minutes. Stefano just piled all that stuff on top of me, as you saw, and just left. He even had the audacity to say, "Thy companions will have to help thee with this burden." What a jerk. After all that I did for him. Oh well. Let's go ahead and transcribe these. And also welcome back to some more Serpent. Let's play some more of this wonderful game. Double checking everything here. Everything's organized. That took 10 minutes. My goodness. Oh well. Be sure to save. As well as here. We were in there in no time at all, weren't we? Let's go get our companions back. It's currently 7 in the evening. Got 2 more spells in our spell book. Sword Strike and Protect All. Unless we already had those. I don't think we had Sword Strike at least. Now, where... Hey, Voidon. That was easy. What were you doing in there? Master, I am grateful that thou dost still live. I have grown fond of thee, almost as a son looks upon a parent. That's an interesting way to put it. We did create him. It might please thee to know that there is good news. What sort of good news? Master, I have taken the time to speak with the mages of this place. I do believe that the one known as Gustacio is of a mind to aid thee. He said that anyone who can survive freedom is worthy of his time. Wow, it takes that much to get his attention. And speaking of which, before I continue with Voidbrand, which is actually all over and done with, actually. He's in our party now. But freedom is like built up to be this absolutely terrible place. No one has ever escaped. And I was only in there for like 12 to 14 to 16 hours. And 12 of those hours are spent sleeping. Bye. Good luck and to thee. I don't know what you were doing in there, Voidbrand, but yeah, follow me. Do you know where the rest of our companions are? I know I'm hurt, by the way, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Not like I'm bleeding. Blue Boar Inn. Of course, Dupre's in the tavern. Why didn't I think of that? How good to see thee again, my lord. Knowing that thou wouldst soon return, I have waited for thee at this establishment. Now see, he had faith in us. Do you know where Yolo is? The good bar is very disturbed by thy sudden departure, and hath been questioning the mages constantly as to thy fate. He hath gained the friendship of the sorcerer Gustacio, and hath taken to aiding that worthy in his studies, okay? We can find him there. And what a Shamino. Not being as patient as I am, my lord, our good friend Shamino hath gone to the woods to hunt wild game. He went west from here, towards the magic woods, and if you don't have Voidbrand in your party, he said he's hanging out with Busia for some reason. I don't know why, because Busia sends us away if we show her the blue egg. If you remember, that egg smells, and she doesn't like things that smell, and Voidbrand smells, so I don't know what's going on there. Bye. Okay, follow me, Dupre. But, well, I want to finish my drink first. No time, we got a quest to do. Well, we gotta go to sleep soon, actually. 7:14 p.m. Do a good old 12 hours of sleep. Nothing like 12 hours of sleeping after escaping a mining prison. Let's check their inventory, though. Are they all, like, in order? He's got guilders. Got guilders here, too. Does this not fit? Should, because we bought a lot of spells a while ago. And I'll go get some of the other stuff that we left behind in the jail prison, court prison, whatever. Let's find Shamino first before going to Yolo. And have him join the party. Oh, Dupre, why aren't you wearing your gear? There it is. Why is it in your bag of all places? How'd you fit it in there? Oh well. Alright, let's go. Got some magical armor and freedom that we can give to our companions. It shouldn't be too far. I don't know where Shamino's finding game. We had a hard time finding game out here many parts ago, before Silverseed. If I remember correctly, it should be around here somewhere, along this path. Or he could be in the forest. There he is. Oh, I missed. Thou hast escaped the foul mage's prison swiftly indeed. Most wonderful. Yes, indeed. I was in there for like 12, 14, 16 hours. And 12 of those hours were spent sleeping. Of course, I never doubted that thou wouldst return. You guys could have joined me. It would have been much faster if you joined me. I also have news, my lord. I bear a message, as well as 2 presents. Ooh, presents. What's the message, though? The sorceress Frigidazi met secretly with me, and expressed her sorrow at what had been done to thee. I think she likes thee, my lord, but with that mage lord around, she doth not dare to see thee again, yeah. So if you play this for the first time, and you happen to sleep with Frigidazi and you're hoping for round 2, you're not going to be able to find her, just so you know. As a sign of her regret for what hath happened, jail and all, she sent 3 gifts to thee. That goes for Fabricio too, which is probably wise. I don't think he's going to want to meet the Avatar, even though he's not likely to do anything to him, other than player choice, because I think the devs knew that once you get out, you're probably going to want to kill him. So you're not going to find him either. Presents. I bear 3 gifts from thine admirer, a magic scroll, an earring, and a note. The scroll bears a spell of protection against heat, and should be most useful. As for the earring, it is inscribed with serpentine runes of ancient design. Interesting. Lastly, there is a note, but its contents are not known to me. Here they are. Welcome back.
A new hero has entered this world. Am I dreaming, or is he real?
Oh, who's that? That's a snake. Cobra in form. That spirit is very, very important. And if you played Ultima 3 Exodus, or you just watched Spoonie's retrospective, you know what this is. But just in case, I am not going to spoil it. There's also another bit of trivia I wanted to mention about that voice actor that I won't mention right now. I'll wait till later, which won't be that long later, I don't think. We are coming up really close to returning to the mainland. Oh, this is all an island. Alright, Shamino. I have some errors for you back at the place. I forgot to put this here, which won't stack. This is 100. That's 99. And he's got however much here, 13. Use the remainder. Keep that there. In fact, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and chant these. That's a satisfying spell to use. I really like using that spell. Alright, we also got some healing items too that we can give to YOLO. So Dupre said YOLO is with Gustacio. So I think we'll go to Gustacio's house next. I don't even think we're halfway done with the game yet, if memory serves, because our characters are rather well off after training. Ruben's level 9, he will reach level 10, or she if you're playing a female avatar. Wadon's level 7 now, 18 training points. We know what to spend on that. Dupre is also level 7 and close to level 8, and Shamino's level 8 right now. He's got 6 training points. I think for him I'll do Dex and Combat next, and then Strength and Combat next. I like to keep him kind of evenly balanced, as Rangers should be. He's not just a bow user though, I like how you can use whatever weapon you want with your party. And lo and behold, it's Old Lo. And he's definitely with Gustacio, and you see Ale there? There's Kane. Where's the old man, the Sean Connery looking guy? Thank the virtues. Thou art whole and hail, my lord. I feared that I had lost both thee and my beloved wife, but thou hast survived the depths even as Dupre assured me that thou wouldst. You got very little faith in us. It's like, oh, Avatar, you were in there forever. It felt like days, years even. Yo, I've been there for like 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, and 12 of those are spent sleeping. It's just funny, like, how fast we were in there, though. I kind of knew where I was going. It's hard to say, like, I'm so used to modern day sensibilities, like guides on the internet. But back in the day, you might have been in there a little bit longer, but I don't know. Hard to say in hindsight, but it seems kind of straightforward. It's one of those things that once you know, you think it's easy, but without the knowledge of playing the game, without any sort of guide back in the day. But I did get through it as a kid without a guide. I got pretty far into this game. The roadblock I reached when I was a kid, we haven't reached that yet. So if I think I can do it as a kid, it's probably easy. The sorcerer Gustacio hath been instructing me somewhat in the magic of this land, my lord. I think that he doth have information that shall interest thee. Gweno. Same line. Alright, YOLO, get back in the party, and what level are you? You're very, very close to level 8. I'll max out his dex in combat, and the last 3 training points can go into his strength. I just max out his dex to keep with the theme of him being an old, frail man. I think we'll talk to Kane or look into YOLO's inventory. You have that many magical bolts, excuse me. Also, there's no crossbow bolts, excuse me. I'm making a lot of errors in this LP. There's no triple crossbow in Serpentile. I never used it in Blackgate though. I did it at one point, but it eats through a lot of ammunition. Way too much. All right, we got some bandages back at the place, the court jail. We'll go back there eventually. Let's talk to Kane, see what he's doing here. Welcome back, my lord. Is not this place marvelous, my lord? There be so much to see. Everything is so fancy. I wish Edrin was here with me. Well, he might be, in spirit. I'd be certain he could show me around. I hope some of these powerful mages will help me find him. I don't think this is anything new. Yeah. Let's talk to Sean Connery, or Gustacio, rather. It is an honor to receive thee, Reuben. I may be of service to thee. Stone altar. I'll ask that in a minute. It's a little weird this pops up because it may seem weird because we haven't ran across a stone altar, but you'll see in a few minutes. My name is Gustacio, if thou must inquire. I guess I'll click this then. Such a curious thing happened during mine experiments, Reuben. While Mortegro and I were working to discover the secret of the teleportation storms, Mortegro was hit by a lightning strike. In its place, within my cellar, is this odd stone altar. By its look, it is something from a Serpent temple. I have no idea how to send it back where it came from. Yet. If I can discern how to reverse the teleportation, perhaps I can rescue poor Mortegro. I hope he was not killed in the exchange. Well, likely the gods struck him down for being so greedy, in the last part, or the part before that. Guy doesn't want to haggle. I had to pay 1,200 guilders for his imbalance spell. Spells. Speaking of which, if thou wilt aid me with my experiments involving the teleport storms, I shall reward thee with magic. Dost thou agree? We can say yes, we can say no. Don't say no. You need to say this to progress, I think. Or actually, I think we can actually go to the caves now, because I forgot to read Frigidazi's letter and look at the magic scroll she gave us. Excellent. First, I shall need to tell thee what I have learned of these storms so far. They appear to have 3 powers: teleportation, transposition, and transmutation. Also, the lightning of the teleport storms appears to have several different colors. Let's ask about teleportation, we know of that. This is the mysterious power to move things from one place to another without passing through the space between. I figure a mage should, know that. You have spells that do that, right? You have spells that do that. Transposition. This is a more elaborate form of teleportation, wherein 2 objects exchange places, either passing through the physical space between them. Fascinating. That happened to us. And transmutation. I'm not quite certain that this power actually exists. I have theorized that it would involve taking one object and literally changing it into another type of object. The difficulty in proving that something like this exists is that this power must be directly witnessed. Otherwise, how is one to know that an item is not what it always was? Lightning colors. I have a theory that the colors of the lightning somehow directly correspond to the supernatural force behind it. I developed an experiment to test this theory, and thou canst help me with it. Well, give me the further details, sir. Since thou hast agreed to help with mine experiments, take this energy globe to my special tower. Thou wilt find this tower in the valley to the north of Moonshade, in the middle of the plains. Place the globe on the platform, on top of the tower structure. Next, thou shouldst engage the winch. This will seal thee within the tower, and activate the levers. It will also summon a magical storm. That's what I was thinking, Shamino. Thou dost want us to summon a storm. This is madness. I assure thee thou art in no danger. I would do this myself, but at mine age, climbing stairs is very difficult. Pull the levers one at a time. This will draw down lightning from the storm, and cause it to strike the objects which I have placed on the tower. Observe the effects. And most importantly, observe which color lightning hath which effect. Then return to me with thy report. Aye. To my studies. Back to it. Good time to check the, I'll check it later. Let's go into the basement. Because we're gonna go to sleep before going to the plains. Nothing like a nice long sleep after escaping a, prison. This is that, snake woman. It's also very dark. And there it is. That is a summon scroll. I don't think we have that. Let's check. It's likely a late circle spell. Yeah, we don't have it. I don't think Gustacio will mind if we take it, since he is helping us, or rather, we are helping him with his experiments. And there is nothing in the crates, and that is a stone altar that he was talking about. Funny that that comes up before you encounter it. It's kind of messy a little bit. In fact, the narrative of this game gets a little messy later on at a certain point. If you know, you know. But let's go back to Rodolencia's house. I'm going to look at the scroll and the magical scroll that Frigidazi gave the Avatar. Actually, before we do that, let's raid Frigidazi's home because there's some stuff here, and I imagine she won't care if we take some things, because there's a key behind here. Behind the vase. I knew that all along, by the way. Alright. Go in here, and don't stay in here too long. It is cold. We already have Cold Strike, I believe. We got Cold Blast. We found the Cold Blast scroll back in Freedom. But we actually already have it. Looks like we don't have this one. So I'll take it. I'm sure she won't mind. That's just a book of potions. And here is absolutely nothing. There's some urns. Character's getting cold, and here is a Create Ice spell. This game's a little weird because a lot of times if there's a thieving system where guards get summoned, I don't steal because I like to roleplay a character that doesn't really steal that much unless I'm playing a thief. But in Serpent Isle, it's like you're almost expected to take things now that I remember, because there's no guards here in Moonshade. There's guards in Monitor, and I think they will arrest you because there is a prison there. But later on you get in the game, I feel like you're expected to just take things. We don't have that one, so I'll take that one. And I will put it in the spellbook soon. Note to myself for further exploration of the north, I seem to have lost the serpent tooth I took from the Mad Mage. Need to check the area near the Savages, as that was where I last remember having it with me. Ah, okay. I will probably take that one too. Yes, I'm even going to take Frigidazi's scroll here. That's payment for getting me in trouble. I didn't even sleep with her, and I still got arrested. Fabricio is something else, man. And lastly, I'm going to take the magical helmet and give it to someone. And also take that key, which opens something, I don't know what. Alright, who can wear this? I guess I'll take the boots. I'll leave the boots be. Let's not take everything, you know? He's full up. YOLO. So I guess Boydon next. Put that in your pack and wear that. The cloak looks like this, by the way. Looks like the Avatar's trademark red cloak. And that's it. Someone's gonna call me a thief in a few seconds. Let's go to Rodolencia's home, though. No need to skip, because it's right over there. And before I do that, I need to read Frigidazi's message. And look at that scroll, magical scroll she gave us. I'll do it near the bed. And also transcribe those magical scrolls that we got, which I guess I'll do now. How is she surviving? You know? It's not coded that they starved to death, but you know what I mean. Ah, there's the scroll. I'll read that in a bit. Let's transcribe all this, or look at all of it, rather. Summon, Chill, Cold Strike, and Create Ice. 4 new spells to put in the spell book. I am running out. Which is okay. Because I could just wake up and, with full mana reserves. Dearest Avatar, 1,000 apologies is what I present thee with. I'm the one who caused thee to be arrested, and I cannot forgive myself. Thou hauntest my dreams. Memories of thee flash in front of mine eyes, and the only way I can solve this nightmare is by presenting thee with a very special gift. I beg of thee to accept these serpent earrings, a token of mine affection for thee, Avatar, for Jadazi. I mean, it's okay. I was not even in there for a day. But we got a scroll, I guess. I'll take that. And we're wearing the earrings, by the way. Yeah, the Avatar is wearing earrings. And don't be fooled, there's another one on his other ear. And we also got a... Did it go in my spell book? Yeah, we did. The chill spell. That's the magical scroll she gave us, by the way. I forgot to mention that. She gave us chill. This will help us protect us against... Excuse me. Not very eloquent tonight. Chill will protect you from very hot temperatures. There we go. Let's go to sleep. 12 hours ought to do it. And how many hours? Wake me up in 72 hours. I'm very tired. I did all that work in freedom. And then Stefano piled all that stuff on top of me. He's all like, your companions will have to help thee with this burden. And then he just leaves. It's so dark in here. Let's turn on this candle. It won't turn on. Oh well. Don't forget to transcribe this. We got a lot of spells now. Quite a bit. Let's start with the first circle. Got one left there, as well as this page. One here as well. I think this one I just remembered. We won't get this for a while. Two there. A lot here. A lot there. This one's very empty. 8 is almost complete. Funny. And so is the 9th circle. Alright, to the plains we go. Did I forget anything? Let's turn that off. People are hungry. Now, I haven't forgotten about the stuff back at the core jailhouse, but it's not going to go anywhere. I will remember to get it once I'm ready to leave Moonshade. Thankfully, we'll leave this city behind. You notice how long this entire questline is? Though I think I got a little messed up because I took a break to do Silverseed while doing Moonshade, so that's probably messing things up in my head a little bit. We need to go here. And yeah, these are the Mountains of Freedom, of course. We're the first ones to leave, by the way. But if you talk to other NPCs, and I will, I probably spoiled it a little bit, but they don't really bring it up that you escaped, even though it should be a big deal. There's no, like, player reaction to it. It's a little disappointing. They just talk to you like how they always talk to you. It should be a really big deal because the Avatar and Stefano were the first ones to leave Freedom. No one's ever escaped. As a kid, I thought, like, Freedom was the most dangerous place, and I go through and it's like, oh, this isn't that bad. We're being attacked, though, from this chasm. We go in, there's a face spider, and a dead ranger with a magical bow. Neat. That skeleton has nothing, unfortunately. None of them do. He's got arrows. He's got a battle axe, too. I don't think Shamrock can carry anything else. Yeah, he can. Do I enchant those? I guess I'll leave those be. And I'll take the magical bow as well. Just for collecting purposes. There's like a secret wall here. There isn't. That chest is likely trapped, isn't it? It is not. Let's open it. There is a brass shield, or door shield rather, and some coins. I think I will take the coins. Why not? Whoops, I thought I clicked the thing. Didn't I click the thing? Dark, but that's okay. Because there is a key behind this tree, if you noticed it before I did. Don't grab the tree, Avatar. Grab the key. Purple key. A little bit of a detour before going to the structure up here. And there's some serpent ruins here, a little bit. I wonder who lived here. Probably away from the other order and chaos people. Here we are. Anything in these barrels is just used to prop up these planks. Ruined book. Likely the teleport storm or just a storm destroyed it. And here we are. Now he said, put the thingamabob on this pedestal here. That is a energy globe. Let's save just in case. It's always good to save. It's always good to save. Alright, we did that, and I think we gotta flip the winch, excuse me. The sky doth threaten rain. Can't move. Stuck. I'm stuck, guys. I am completely stuck. Well, good thing I saved. Bad guess, because the door is open or closed. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Alright, let's try this again. Please do not break. It would suck if the LP ended here. Sky doth threaten rain. Even as Gustacio said, yep, it was likely the door issue. Alright, now we gotta hit the levers here. Start with the apple. I saw that. A red bolt of energy it was. Amazing that you saw that and not get blinded, duper. The fish. Did anyone see that color? To be honest, I did not. The flash near blinded me. Well, it wasn't red. That's transmutation. Dost thou not see? Red, green, and yellow. We have observed the properties. Now we can report to Gustacio. And that's it. I'll turn the thing here. The energy globe is... Whoa. I've been struck by lightning. Mine head doth ache. Where am I? Oh, there's that chasm where that spider was and the dead ranger. Where are my companions? Who put me there? I didn't teleport. There they are. Void on. Join. Duper. Oops, didn't mean to press that. This is must wait. There is no time for delay. Another little bit of messy dialogue, like they don't mention what happened earlier. That happens. Join. Shamino. Join. Bye. Alright, so we gotta go back to Gustacio once Shamino stops dawdling. Before we do that though, I'm gonna grab some stuff that we left behind here. Should be pretty quick. And some of the stuff we can just leave here forever. I'm gonna take the lockpicks with me that I stored in one of these containers. Here first, I think. Alright, I think that's all I need. So I gave my companion some stuff. Duper's got almost a full set of plates, which, what did I give this to Chamno for? You know what? Because Duper can wear this. What am I thinking? Now he's looking pretty good. He's looking like a proper knight of Britannia. Or even a knight of Monitor. Double check everything here. I'm gonna leave these behind. We can always come back and get it later. Because we're carrying way too much stuff. And this entire part, I felt like a good quarter of it was me just organizing inventory. Like all this can stay here. And I may as well go ahead and dump these here. Making sure no one can wear the Great Helm before putting that in there. We'll just come back for all these later. Don't need the throwing axe, that won't fit anyways. I'm also going to leave the lockpicks here. With 30 in dexterity, 10 is enough, and we'll find more. If not, I'm screwed. Alright, getting mixed up in my head right now because of all the gumps on screen. Yep, leave these behind. This is empty. Don't need the Fire Doom Staff. Got random assortments of armor and weapons here. So that's good. That's what happens when your inventory is full. When someone wants to give you stuff, they pile it on top of you, Stefano. Wasn't paying attention to this screen here. Don't need that. Don't need the drinks. Whoops. And don't need these 2 scrolls, and we're done. Let's go back to the Gustacio. Actually, let's not. There's a guy here. Stefano's taking a little nappy poo. I imagine he was in the system a bit too long. He's also under the bed for some reason. Let's talk to him. I see that thou art still hale and whole, Avatar. I see you are hiding under the bed. Your time and freedom give you PTSD, sir. Now, this is what happens when you ask him to join. No, but thank thee for asking. He is not a permanent companion. Probably a good thing with the stats. He was just a temporary companion. Moonshade. Oh, he just says the same thing. Back in the dungeon. Till we meet again, I'm going back to sleep night and night. He's got a nice house. I'm going to take his key just because. I'm sure he won't mind. Well, automatons are the guards, so. I mentioned there were no guards here, there was automatons. Forgot about that. But again, it's not penalized to take scrolls and stuff, and, well, this city is corrupt anyway, so... Alright, Gustacio should be happy. He's not in his lab. He's in his bedroom for some reason. It is an honor to receive thee, Reuben. How may I be of service to thee? I did your experiment. But of course, thou must needs go to Fedibiblio for the answers. Oh, why didn't you mention that? I don't think he mentioned that, did he? If he did, I forgot. I always forget things. But it looks like in this part we won't go to the island, back to Monitor and all that. So, yeah. They want you to stay here a little bit longer. I wonder if the devs were really proud of Moonshade. Talk to Feta Biblio. Gustacio's experiment. I think that thou shouldst consult my crystal ball. Perhaps I can provide a clue into the matter of the missing brother. Once thou hast looked, come back and I shall divine what thou hast seen. The crystal ball. Okay, let's click on that then. It doth foretell a storm. I should fetch my belongings. Why is it playing sea shanty? 'Tis so windy. Teleport storm. And the sky earlier just disappeared out of nowhere. Ugh. I'm so tired. I should have worn this chainmail. Too heavy. I'm a farmer, not a fighter, I guess. Like, what was he doing there? That was a bad angle. Must hide. There's forest right there. You're panicking. That's no good. You make errors when you panic. Oh. Oh god. Game. Of course it hid the bird behind that little patch of grass. The guy turned into a bird. We know of one bird in the area. Ale. The bird. At last, all's made clear. Tell good Gustacio that Edrin, the missing brother, is actually Ale the bird. He will know what to do from there. Speak to Gustacio. Okay, let's go back to Gustacio then. Yeah, none of these NPCs are impressed that you left freedom. They just don't mention it at all. They just talk to you normally. I think it's funny too after the Frigidazi scene. Like within that second, Fabricio sends you to trial and just summons everyone from their beds, because Busia and Flindo were sleeping, I noticed in the editor. Didn't even notice when I was playing it. Nope, where'd you go? He's probably in the forest here. Gustacio? Where are you? There he is, yeah, I see some movement there. Excuse me. I'm fumbling my speech a lot during this part, my goodness. So I managed to record earlier, and I get to edit tomorrow. Or I can do it today. I don't know. Ale is Edrin. Thou must needs to take the bird Ale to the tower in the wilderness, and place him where the lightning can strike him. I shall give thee this cage to hold the bird within. Return to the tower with this new energy globe. Okay. Backtracking. Wonderful. There's Ale. Yeah, I got you, Edrin. You're trapped. You're mine. Forever. You know, I think Ale knows he's Edrin, because he follows us around. And I don't think we need a bird cage. He'd probably follow us all the way up to that area. So that'd be really annoying. But yeah, we have to go back to that darn tower. And this one looks different. Fast music playing. It doth storm again. I should have brought a kite. There's no kites in this game, Shamino, if that was Shamino who said it. And here we go. I'm a man. I am a man. I cannot tell thee how miserable it is to be a bird. Note the glowing crystal around his neck. I like how he's wearing chainmail just like his model. Though he seems like he's wearing a coat over it. Is he supposed to be a farmer? Why is he wearing chainmail? So how was it as a bird, Edrin? 'Twas terrible, my lord. Well, I should say flying was rather exciting and all. I never became accustomed to the worms. Were it not for my dreams, I would have surely lost sanity. But now, thanks to thee, I have no want but to return to my flock. Of course, first I must locate passage aboard a ship. I wonder if he said that without even realizing what he said. Flock. You're still Edrin, right? My name is Edrin. Yes, it is. Why'd you say flock? Indeed, my lord, I am a shepherd. Yeah, not a farmer. A shepherd. Caretaker of sheep. I've never known another life. Another life. Well, excepting my time as a bird, of course, but like one of mine own sheep lost in the wild, I long for a way to return home. What'd you say of dreams? I guess you wear chainmail to protect yourself from wolves. You could just get a dog. It was the most unusual thing I have ever known. Well, save being a bird. When I would dream, I would envision this maiden, fair as summer's day. She called herself Cyranush. Oftentimes I would only see her from afar, bathing in a spring or basking in the sun. And other times we would be together, swimming, gardening, walking. Oh, I beg thy pardon, my lord. I did forget myself for a bit. Indeed you did. Passage. Why, yes. After I find my brother, we will return home, if possible. It will be much safer to travel by ship. No, it won't. It won't. Well, I suppose a ship would offer only a little more protection. But anything would be better than traveling in the open. What with these storms and all. I mean, I've been doing it. Storms. They are most unusual, my lord. The thunder and lightning I have seen before. But the suddenness with which they strike would be unbelievable had I not experienced one beforehand, or firsthand. The storm had barely begun when there was a flash of lightning and a clap of thunder. The next thing I knew, I was flapping wings instead of waving arms. My memory is weak after that. I do remember hearing Kane's shouts. You met your brother. Kane's my brother. He's a few years my junior, but certainly an able shepherd. I know how worried he must have been while I was a parrot. I wonder how he will react to seeing me again. I hope he hath not strayed too far from home. He's here, actually. But we live on the mainland. Since I spy the mountains of freedom off in the distance, I know that this is not the mainland. And I have seen little goblin activity. Goblin activity. Yes, in the forest near our farm, there are a terrible number of goblins. They often come to raid us on the way to the city. City. Aye, my lord. We tend our sheep south of Fawn. Excellent grazing pastures there. Raid. Well, they rarely set upon us, my lord, though sometimes a few will steal our sheep. Sometimes they are worse than wolves, I think, and much meaner. Mountains of freedom. I know nothing about them. I do, unfortunately. Though the circumstance of going to the Mountains of Freedom versus being actually in there is more terrible. Save for that they follow the coastline in an upside-down U-shape, like there are no mountain ranges like that near my farm. Bye. Fare thee well, and goodbye. And now we gotta backtrack all the way back to... Oh. Gotta open the thingy. Yeah, we gotta backtrack all the way back to Gustacio's home. Gotta come here, go back, come back here again with Edrin, then go back. My goodness. This should conclude the quest. To my memory. He should be in the... No, he's still in the... greenhouse, I guess is what it is. Oh, where are you? I see you. You got a sharp eye. The experiment has been a success, sir. Thou hast completed the experiment, as I said. As a token of appreciation, here is the Mirror of Truth. Oh. I forgot, because for some reason I was thinking Frigidaza gave you the Mirror of Truth, but no, she gives you the earrings, the chill spell, and the affectional scroll. She has a huge crush on the Avatar. Did I mention this already? I think I did. Play a female Avatar, she still hits on you. It's kind of funny. Well, not funny, but let's ask about spells now. I thank thee for thine excellent help. Now that my work hath been completed, I have time to teach thee magic as I promised. As thou hast aided me in mine experiments, I shall teach thee spells. Free of charge, that's very handy. In which circle of magic art thou interested in? The first one. We got all these, I believe. Let's go through them just in case, though. So I don't miss anything. But you see why I wanted to learn all spells from Mortegro? Because he's gone right now. And we're not going to see him for quite a while. So I think if you miss out on his spells, you can get some later. I can't remember because of my memory. It's just too much to remember. We got all this. I'm clicking on it anyways just because I can. In fact, it's probably better to wait to do Gustacio's quest before getting spells and then buy the rest. So I probably should have just gone ahead and got the important ones first. We got enchant missiles for sure. We got unlock magic as well. Oh, here's some spells for free, but I already have almost all of these. Except conjure. Got that now. Oh, that's the same one. We already have Fire Field, but we don't have Restoration. Remember the scroll back in Mortegro's home? We could have gotten this early if we didn't mind stealing. So, like I said, feels like the game is expecting you to just take things in this game versus Black Gate. Well, same game. We don't have Delayed Blast, and he does 9 circles. Spiral Missiles is mine, and Stop Storm is mine. Stop Storm, huh? Why weren't you using this spell to stop the storms, Gustacio? Oh, it costs too much mana and I'm old. Okay, that's good enough. Let's talk to Kane first. Welcome back, my lord. Edrin has returned, my lord. Edrin was ill. I mean, the storm changed Edrin to that parrot I found. All that time I was searching for him, and I had him right here, and I had him right there with me. Did I not tell you that one of them mages could help me? I knew it. We'd be going home soon. after Edrin finds a ship to return on. Good luck with that, because Captain Hawk is not one to go anywhere. Hard to believe that... Did Edrin say Kane is the younger brother? He looks much older even without the beard. The goatee. Bye. Good luck, Kane, and luck to thee too. And before I end this part, we're going to browse through our little spell scroll here. One more for first circle, as well as second, as well as third. And like I said, I think it's going to be a while before we get this one. 2 for the fourth. Fifth is... I think fifth takes a while to fill out too. Because you can't buy every single spell in the game. Some of them are only found on scrolls. Seventh is getting there. Restoration is going to be very, very handy. If you remember what that does in the Black Gate, if you haven't played this, or even played the last one or watched the last one, restores all your companions' health plus you to max. Very, very handy, but eats up a lot of mana, understandably. The higher this circle, the more mana it costs. And 8th is all full, my goodness. I don't think we'll be creating a lot of spells, or casting a lot of spells from here. And 9th, we got one more here, and that's going to be a while too.
Who art thou, stranger? Why can't I see thee? Curse this imbalance which veils my mind.